Like, the mental state you have to be in right now. I apply all. I'm throwing up even thinking about. I applaud all of them. Welcome back to Pure Mayhem. I'm your host, Michael Lark, where we react and recap all your favorite reality shows. Now, we're starting today off with season 3 of Traitors, episode 7. And we know this episode is going to be messy and crazy because all the traitors are going after each other. We left off last episode where even Carolyn voting for Danielle, and they all now need to decide on who they want to murder. And really, they want to write each other's names down. So let's see how awkward, how insane this fucking traders meeting is about to go. Look at everyone's face. They're just like emotionally drained. They're not in it at all. They want this meeting to be done. But Rob doesn't want to tell her who got the shield in his group because he says there's a lot of distress right now. I mean, you're not wrong. Rob wants to obviously murder Derek. He wants to go after anyone who's going after him. Danielle, fellow Big Brother player, loves Derek. She's like, hell no. But Danielle's also like, Derek told me he doesn't have a shield, so if you murder him, it's going to look like I'm the traitor because he specifically told me he doesn't have one, and it's going to get penned against me. But if Derek didn't tell anyone that Danielle was told that he didn't have a shield, then Derek's gone, so then no one will know. This group cannot agree on the murder. Danielle doesn't want to do dinner. Danielle doesn't want to do Sierra. Danielle doesn't want to do Derek. Even Rob is willing to sacrifice Dylan, which I think is dumb for his game, because like Danielle said, Dylan fucking believes in Rob. It's like his biggest fan. So why are you even trying to get rid of him, Rob? I'm confused. Carolyn has yet to say a name, though, but she's getting agitated. Danielle's like, well, just don't give a fuck. And it looks like they can't come to a fucking decision. Like, what does happen if they can't agree on the murder? Y'all gotta murder somebody. Come on. All them damn people in there, all your damn competition. You better pick someone. The scene then cuts to morning breakfast where we find out who's murdered or who was not, or if there even was a fucking murder. Like, yo, we have something in common. We're both just fucking furniture. But I'm not sure what the fuck he does all day, honestly. Like, he's just furniture that just gets moved from room to room. Like, he isn't too involved, but he is crucial to this game because I think everyone knows that he's a faithful. He's a proven faithful. So let's see when numbers get down what Ivor can bring to the table. Danielle and Chriselle are the next ones to walk into breakfast. Danielle looks nervous, like she doesn't know what's about to happen. I really don't think that they murdered anyone, and I feel like this is going to be a first in Traitors history because she's never seen this uneasy before. Chriselle's like, yo, y'all would know if I was a traitor because fucking Tom would not fucking be here. Like, trust and believe that, and they're fucking dying because they definitely believe her ass. Even I believe her ass. But guess who walks in? Tom, Carolyn, and Gabby. Look at Chriselle's face. Just another fucking day, another fucking conversation ahead, another fucking day of pretending and lying. Like, I'm so over it. Me at work. It's like, Danielle said my name. When did she say my name? How many people did she say my name? Why did she keep saying my name when she told me that she wasn't going to say my name anymore? Girl, it's just lingering. She didn't say it again. Get over it. Gabby is dumb as a rock. She over here talking about Ivor like he not in the fucking room. He said, I'm not here. Like, he literally is furniture, like Brittany said. Like, girl, he not even in the middle. He's accosting you at the end of the table. You didn't see him? He's like, girl. Gabby looking down. She's not even, like, paying attention while she's talking her And damn, what's left is Boston, Rob, Dylan, and Derek. Obviously, Rob's not leaving, but I don't want Dylan or Derek to go. Like, stop. Damn, I think Derek is gone only because Rob really likes to go after people who say his name. So I feel like his only compromise would be to take out Derek since Dylan is so on his side. That's going to be someone that they'll be okay with losing. And Dylan also does really seem to be on all their sides and not just Boss and Rob's. So I think Derek's gone. We just lost the two motherfucking gamers that entered with Boston Rob. But now, I think Boston Rob might be gone this episode, because not were you not killed again, but now, if Derek really is gone, you're the only gamer left and the only one left that came in late in the game, but they already didn't want to be there. Damn, it was Derek that was murdered. I knew it. And Rob said exactly what I thought he would say. And that's what Danielle compromised on and says, like, okay, if I give you Derek, do we start a clean slate? Like, are we good? And Rob and Carolyn say yes, but do we think that they're serious? Maybe Rob, but I don't think Carolyn. Carolyn holds grudges. She's not going to let it go. But Carolyn really does shake her hand, but she's from Survivor. Do we really believe this shit? Hell no. Derek's smart. He knew if Rob survived banishment that he would be next. And that was a risk he was willing to take. That was a risk that Wes was telling him about. And now they're both gone. And guess who's still here? Boston Rob. He is a dap. She's letting it known. But everyone keeps saying that she's a traitor because she keeps doing this crying shit. It's getting guilty. It's not getting sad that your friend is gone. That's pretty much what they're saying. Danielle's not faking. This seems genuine. And I'm sure it is. Here comes Tom with his crazy fucking things. But this time he's actually right. So happy to see it. But is anyone going to believe him? Maybe, because it's Boston Rob. This might be the only time where someone might actually take him seriously just because they are just thinking that it's him too at this point. Like, yeah, duh, Tom, he's a traitor. You're just now getting that? Like, that's probably what everyone's reaction is going to be to him. Here come Alan coming to be disrespectful and throw away our loved one's frame and photo on the floor, you monster, with some fucking joke that is so rude. Who does this at a funeral? Like, fight. Like, if somebody don't hop over that fucking table, Danielle, that's your friend. Ain't that your friend? Ain't that your friend? So ride for him. Hop over that motherfucking table. Get that pouty face off your face. Turn it into anger and scream, girl. The fuck? Tell him off something. Alan tells the group that tonight's murder is going to be like no other. And he tells them that they need to choose a pair and to choose it wisely. And I believe that maybe a pair might be murdered tonight. Just walks off and says, your decision of your pair can be life or death. Bitch, if you don't give me some more information, like, what the fuck does that mean? I need to know who I need to choose, because I'm trying to live. The fuck? Rob is telling everyone that he's being framed, which is a good move. Dylan tells Boston Rob that he got some big tea. What's the tea, Dylan? Spill it. I'll come over. Dolores, Gabby, Michelle, and Carolyn all gather after breakfast, and they're like, yo, Danielle's crying like Derek's her long-lost man. Like, Derek didn't really die. Like I said, they're on to her. It's giving guilt, Danielle. Dylan tells Boston Rob that his big tease from Derek was a name, and that name was Brittany. And not only is it Brittany, but it's Rob who's a traitor as well, for sure, especially if I die. And Derek did. I think it's so dumb for Dylan to tell Boston Rob these things, because you don't have confirmation if Rob is a traitor or not. I mean, it'll be nice to bring Rob to the end because you know he's a traitor. So is that why you're buddying up with him? That would be a good strategy. Have him be your traitor angel like Sandra did last season. But he's not saying these in his confessionals. He's not saying it to other people that he even thinks Rob's a traitor. So I don't really know if that is Dylan's strategy or not. It could be editing and they want to make TV. Like, I don't know. I want to ask Dylan himself, because what are you doing? Like, a detective told you these things. At least don't tell Rob right away and try to do some investigation on your own. Yale and Brittany decide to pair up. So the scene then cuts to Dylan and Rob again, and Tom, we saw, walk behind them. He gets involved in the conversation. He's like, yo, Derek has some solid evidence against you. Like, I kind of think it's you. I don't think it's Brittany, because Dylan obviously feels a man on what Derek said and keeps saying that he's being framed. Anyone who fights me at the round table, cut that. Anyone who fights me at the round table is going to get killed by the traitors because they want to frame me. They want me out. They want me gone. The scene starts next with everybody dressed the fuck up for like a wedding, and they look good. The bride, no, honey, I don't think you look cute. Like, not at all. I'm sorry. Each pair will go head to head to gain protection from tonight's murder. At the end, 3 pairs would be victorious and be safe from murder. 3 pills. And the remaining 3 pairs, cut that. And the remaining 3 pairs will be at risk of murder. We don't know what the missions are yet, and the 2 couples that go against each other will be chosen in random. Now, it looks like everyone is standing side by side with their partners. So it's Gabby and Carolyn, Rob and Sierra, Tom and Dylan, Brittany and Danielle, Ivor and Sam, and Chriselle and Dolores. This shit creepy as hell in the middle of the damn forest. But just a reminder, half of the cast is going to be up for elimination, which means slim pickings from the traitors, as Brittany says. We're seeing them arrive at the challenge. Alan pretty much tells the cast that today's challenge is to basically hold your partner's hands for a full 8. If each pair holds their hands together for a full 8 minutes, they'll earn $4,500 for the prize pot. If every pair does it, it'll be $27,000 in total. The pair out of the 2 couples that hold their hands together the longest would obviously win immunity. Cause in the box, what's in the box? They're freaking out. I'd be scared too, cause we know traders, they be doing some weird fucking shit. We saw last season they were in tunnels with rats and bugs and yes, pray sis, pray. I'll pray with you. Hold on. They're giving goggles. And so they have to hold hands, obviously, in this thing. Well, crazy shit's probably going to be happening above them, around them, being thrown at them. I'm out. Like, hell no. I don't even know. Immediately, before the guy can even put the fucking bug down, Chriselle and Dolores are out. Dolores is not happy. She doesn't want to get murdered. So Rob and Tia are safe, although if they want to add money to the prize pot, they need to last a full 8 minutes. Now, we know Rob's got this, but Sierra, she literally has her other hand over her mouth and she's screaming. Come on, girl. Her eyes are closed. She doesn't even know. She just feels it. Rob's trying to distract her, like, girl, when's your birthday? She's like, I don't know. I think it's December 23rd. Christmas? He said, oh my God, we're both Capricorns. Gabby wants the layers involved. He's like, nah, fuck this. Fuck y'all. His next gift is scorpions, and he cannot say anything, and they could just feel it, but he's telling them, like, this is what's on you. He's, like, trying to get them to fucking let go. I'm fucking dead. Alan asks Danielle how's she feeling. She sticks up her middle finger. Girls saying they be doing this to TJ on the challenge. I'm dead. Ain't nobody ever tried this shit with Julie, though. Oh, okay, because they know better. That fucking Ivor throwing a subtle flex about going to Princess Diana's wedding. Well, hey, Alan, I'll try anything once. You haven't tried me yet, Tom. Here, even Alan goes, yo, don't threaten me with a good time. Like, fame. Honestly, I didn't see this in Gabby, but she's actually doing a really good job. I'm shocked. She's like, you think I'm a girl's girl? Look at her now. She's like, eyes closed, everything, but she is killing it right now. Carolyn's like, I don't think we're going to win. She's like, no, like, they're quiet, but we're not giving up. Like, Gabby is in it. I knew it. I knew things were going to fall on top of them. Come on. We've seen this before. And it's like a bunch of little bugs. See, I'll be like, yo, I would go on this show. But this kind of shit, like, would literally be my reaction. Like, I probably would like, especially if there was no warning with that shit. If he wasn't like, all right, here's my next gift, and I wasn't like tense and prepared, I'm gone. Like, imagine all of these things over you, all over you, so many of them. Like, the mental state you have to be in right now. I apply all. I'm throwing up even thinking about. I applaud all of them. Sierra is literally crying. Why does Sam look like he's enjoying this? Like, unbothered. Ivor's laughing. Like, you're about to be next. He don't care. Sam gets his laugh back. It's all on the brim of his hat and everything. Like, yo, throw the whole outfit away. Matter of fact, throw me away too. If 2 plus 2 is 4, and 5 plus 5 is 10, who the fuck is this? Like, Who are you? Like, just this. Who's it? It's going down their back and their ears and their bras. Like, close your mouth, Carolyn. I hate it here. This is the name of my group chat. My work group chat. So, pretty much what's been happening so far is they've been getting bugs, animals, drenched all over them, and now they're getting giant snakes placed onto them. Like the maggots, the worms, the spiders, the crickets, the centipedes. Like, none of those were enough. All in under 8 minutes? I'm overstimulated. I'm overwhelmed. I need a fucking break. Okay? And I'm not even there. Sierra is freaking the fuck out, but she's not saying, like, I'm done, let's break the bond, or anything like that. She's really hanging in there. Gabby is really surprising me. And Cashel and Dolores, y'all did a good thing by breaking that damn bond, because y'all ain't got to deal with any of this fucking shit. So congratulations. Y'all just having pure entertainment at this point, and like, it's lucky it's not me. And the fact that they put the snake around their necks, like, savages. There isn't much time left. There's 25 seconds left on the clock. So it looks like that's all they're gonna endure for their 8 minutes. Thank God it's over. Gabby goes, fuck everybody. Like, not just Alan, not the production, not the producer, everybody. Like, every fucking body. And girl, that would be my mood too, honestly. So all the remaining teams besides Michelle and Dolores, last 8 minutes, they were locked in, especially Sam and Ivor. Like, and Dylan and Tom, they did really well. There wasn't too much complaining or movement from their part. Good job. I hope none of these four get murdered, because they did very, very well and deserve to stay at least this day or week or whatever y'all want to call it. And with the 5 teams winning, they win $22,500, and that's a good chunk of money. Rob and Sierra are obviously saved. They're the ones that beat Dolores and Cashel. But the rest of the teams have entered a sudden death because they all lasted the 8 minutes. So they're going into sudden death, and there's one more gift to break the tie. Alan says the tiebreaker is pretty much he's going to put a bunch of bugs into the box, and the first team out of the 2 to find a ring in the box will be safe from myth. Ew, look how gross that looks. Brittany and Danielle win Big Brother in the House against Gabby and Carolyn, and Sam and Ivor beat Tom and Dylan. So they all head back home after the challenge. So Cashel and Dolores, Tom and Dylan, Gabby and Carolyn are all up for murder. So Tom, Dylan, Sam, and Ivor are sitting down after the challenge, and Tom is just saying like he believes that Rob's a traitor. We have Rob, Sierra, Dolores, and Cashel in another room eating. Rob expresses that he thinks that there's 2 left that are traitors out of the 12 of them. He's even standing 10 toes down that he's being framed. He's like, why would I even kill Derek? Like, it'll just make me look like even a bigger target. Like, it'll be a dumb move on my part if I were a traitor. He says it's Brittany. We all know that Brittany is a part of Big Brother, and so was Dylan. So if someone would be framing Dylan, maybe it's his fellow Big Brother player. And Sierra kind of co-signs, is like, yeah, she's never even spoken at a round table. Like, it's kind of shady. But we can get some answers out of Brittany if we put some heat on her, because then she'll talk. We've seen that. But as we know, Carolyn likes Brittany, and Brittany's like one of her number ones in here, so she doesn't want that to happen. Brittany's sitting in a room with Sierra, Cashel, and Dolores, and she's like, yo, vibes seem off. Like, they don't even make contact with me. Like, can it be me tonight? We also know that Danielle likes Brittany, so she feels like she's being strong armed by Boss and Rob to take out people in this game who she doesn't want to necessarily take out and want to keep in the game, who trust her. So Rob's also making a target bigger on his back for the Traitors. So Carolyn and Danielle work together. They really can get Rob out, because a lot of people also still suspect Rob for being a traitor. So Can they flip the round table? After Danielle and Rob have that talk about Brittany, the scene cuts to everyone walking in to the round table. Brittany's suspecting it's her, and she's like, yo, I ain't gonna leave this castle so easy if it is me tonight. Like, I am throwing gasoline on somebody, anybody. That ain't me. Dylan starts off the round table, and he basically tells everyone what Derek told him, that he's gonna get murdered tonight, and if he does, it's most likely Boston Rob and Brittany as a traitor. Danielle defends her argument that she's a traitor by basically saying like, hey, Dylan, I saw that you were struggling. I was just trying to tell you to go at your gut because that's what I was doing. Like, is that such a bad thing? Does that mean I'm a traitor? Just strictly off of that? Like, I just suck at finding traitors, and that's really the reality of things, which we know is true. Sam decides to speak up, and he's like, hey, this is the third round table that pretty much someone who came after Boston Rob was murdered or banished and gone. Like, he needs to defend himself against. Sierra's like, this is fucking stupid. Like, he's been doing this the last 3 round tables. Like, why the fuck do we need to hear it again? Like, it's either we're voting for him or we're not. Tom co-signs, and he's like, the only evidence that we have is that Boston Rob could be a traitor. Rob is so good. He's like, yo, I'm telling you guys this so easily, so calmly, because I'm a faithful. Like, I'm telling the truth. Like, I feel like Wes and Derek were both faithful, so they just really just feel like that's a conviction enough for them that must be a traitor, and I'm not. Like, unfortunately, yes, Tom, all 5 people that came after me is gone, and the one person who I said was a traitor was actually a traitor. But, like, that's just coincidental. Like, most of this was kind of egged on by Dylan, and I just kind of went with it. He's also like, if I killed Derek, it would just raise the suspicion on me. Like, why would I do that to myself? Like, that would be so fucking dumb. I'm being framed. Look at someone else. How good is Boston Rob? Even Sam's nodding his head now. Like, Sierra's already been saying all round table, like, stop making him defend himself. Like, she believes he's not a traitor. He also throws in the only people who knew Derek didn't have the shield were the people in this group, which throws suspicion on Brittany because she was in the group, and her name is hot right now, so Brittany might be going this episode. He is running these round tables. Like, not only did he deflect it from himself, now he's narrowed the traitor in the game must be one of the ones in the group with Derek. And again, it's Brittany, and then says, who's smart enough, who's played a game like this before, who may have the ability to actually pull this game move off? Brittany from Big Brother. Like, he is so fucking good. Like, he's got everyone not even deflecting on him, but now just this small group of Derek's group from the last challenge. Like, how amazing. And someone like Danielle and Carolyn, who are traitors, and knowing what Rob is doing right now, how can you not be proud, smiling, but also scared and nervous that, like, he's doing this in real fucking time in front of your eyes, not on Survivor, not, like, through your TV screen. Like, what a legend. And then he beautifully ends it with, like, I'm not even necessarily saying you're a traitor, but you're definitely my number one suspect. Just because, you know, we saw what happens when he said he is a traitor and his Bob, and then all of this fucking shit that had happened. So he covered his ass this time. He learned something from it. And with that, the players have to vote, and no one really seems to know who they're voting for now. Like, they heard everyone out, but no one's like, I definitely think it's Rob, or I definitely think it's Brittany. So let's see where it goes. We just know that it's pretty much them two on the chopping block. Brittany is convincing, and she's like, you're going to have this exact same conversation tomorrow if you vote me out. And Tom even adds in with something good and says, yeah, and you're going to be wondering if it's Boston Rob still or not, who's the traitor. So how about we just get Boston Rob out and then move on from there and stop letting him escape the round table again. Carolyn wants to get Rob out. She obviously made an agreement with the rest of the traitors. She wants to write Rob's name down, but she doesn't know if enough people are going to vote for him, so why risk that? If I were another traitor, I would obviously keep Rob as a shield. He has to go sooner or later. Like, get someone else out now so it's not you next. Danielle is feeling the same way as Carolyn, like, fuck, should I write his name down? But what if he doesn't go? Was he convincing enough? Was Brittany? I know Brittany's not a traitor. Like, either way, Danielle's gonna get some heat. And so is Carolyn because they fuck with both Rob and Brittany. Tom votes for Rob, but Chriselle votes for Tom. Chriselle's like, I believe both of them are faithful as Tom. So I'm just gonna go with you because I still think that you're a traitor. Lost, Chriselle, just lost. You suck. Dylan, wild card, votes for Gabby because you not voting for Brittany may send Rob home. Like, come on, burner votes. Have y'all watched these shows before? Like, come on. Now, Carolyn, you voted for Rob? You gonna really start this up again? After y'all just shook hands and shit? Sam votes for Rob too. Ivor votes for Rob. Rob obviously votes for Brittany. Damn, Danielle votes for Rob, and Rob's going home. I knew it. I knew he was gonna go home soon. Dolores voted for Tom, and Gabby also voted for Rob. So even if Danielle didn't vote for Rob would have went home. But if Danielle and Carolyn both didn't vote for Rob would not be going home right now, possibly. So poor Rob and traitor. And they're happy they got another traitor. Not Danielle happy celebrating. Girl, you was faking so bad. I love how Danielle and Carolyn are actually happy with that they got Rob out. That he's a traitor and that they actually succeeded in getting him out. That's what's real funny right now. Rob says that he legitimately would have went to the end with Carolyn, and I believe him. He says that Danielle's playing a bad game and that she's a bad traitor, but hey, she's still in the game and you're not, sir. And nobody's saying her name. Look how she's cheesing from ear to ear. She's like, he's gone. He's finally gone. Brittany's like, he really gave me that intense glare. Did all this shit trying to blame it was me and it was him the whole time. And he knows that I'm not a traitor. Like, what the fuck him? He's so good. Alan congratulates them. They all celebrate. They're all happy, but one of them is still being murdered tonight. Don't forget. He basically kindly reminds them, don't be too motherfucking happy because bye, faithful at midnight. Alan says that the 6 that are still at risk of murder will walk the night alone, and one of them will not be coming back. Now, will there be a recruitment? I believe so. Dylan is feeling hurt that Boston Rob is gone. He does feel a little betrayed, but he's also like, Boston Rob was protecting me. He trusted me. And now that he's gone, I might be vulnerable in going home tonight. Danielle and Carolyn meet for their little traders meeting to decide on who they're going to murder. And they both didn't expect him to get banished. And there was no way to defend him. But there was. You could have voted for Brittany. But of course they didn't want that. Danielle's like, Carolyn, hey, like, I know you don't believe me, but like, I got you before Brittany. And Carolyn's not buying it. She's like, no, you don't. Carolyn feels like Danielle thinks that just because Rob isn't here that they should work together. And she's still not with it. She still doesn't trust her. She doesn't want to work with her. And that's not her strategy right now. Danielle and Carolyn have gone at it at the round table together where everyone can see. So the fact that they're about to murder a faithful right in their face and they see them too is going to be so amazing to see them react to that. We end the episode off with the 5 because Carolyn was the 6th, but she's obviously a traitor, so she's not going to get murdered tonight. That are at risk for murder, walking the aisle. Maybe it should be one of them. I don't think it should be. And with that, good night. I'm motherfucking tired. Like, that was a long episode.